Greetings, YouTube video fans. Welcome to my channel. Here's another video I decided to create here. This is a picture of the shop, main work table here, and you can see a few pieces of equipment hanging around, a drill press and some tools on the wall, grinder. A nice new vise that I bought here, which wasn't the best when I first got it. I had to do a little bit of work on it. Here's what I wanted to show here is a picture of my instrument panel here. It's just got itself a coat of paint. I'm using a metallic gray sort of color here. You can see some other items on the workbench here, so some laminating resin and a stack of instruments and some mounting screws, and I'll be installing those in just a bit here. I figured I would kind of show things around a little bit. There's a little small lathe down there for making small parts, and collection of materials down there, some square and round tubing for engine mounts and things like that. And here we have another pile of mess here, a compressor and a battery charger, some welding equipment here, and a few other odds and ends. A few pieces of material up here on an upper shelf, about a bazillion mixing cups for epoxy, and all sorts of aircraft hardware inside of a drawer there, and a shelf over here full of tools and parts and all sorts of materials used for building. And you can see a stack of plywood here for making wing ribs, and there's a wing spar on the wall right there, and looks like we have some wheels and hubs and brake rotors for the landing gear, and looks like I see a couple of ailerons and a elevator up there, and a couple of templates. The rudder is also up there, and another box full of parts down here. Here we have some control tubes and some metal stock over here, and even more parts, tubes, tires, and the whatnot. And looks like we have some the main wing spars, or the main outer spars anyway. This is the right stabilizer, horizontal stabilizer, some miscellaneous pieces and parts. And here we have the rudder with a bag of trash hanging from it, the side of the fuselage, an inspection hole, a cockpit, a nice place for the instrument panel to go into, and one of the wing spars installed, and a wing spar on the other side. A slot for the rear wing spar, which you saw on the wall. A place for the canopy bow to attach onto. A control stick, and inside a place for the seat. And here we have the control stick mount, which is mounted directly to the face of the spar on a small spacer. A throttle quadrant over here with some controls on it. The electrical system will mount on the side over here, between this mounting point here and this one over here, which isn't too visible, just barely visible. Not enough light on the inside. You can sort of see the rudder pedal attaches on the bracket there. The video is kind of breaking up due to the lack of light. Another inspection hole. Boy, what a mess. Parts all over the place. And about 60 sets of plans in there, or 60 plans rolled up. Another view of the old workbench there. Well, I guess I'll get back to working on that instrument panel. A view from the nose. Bicycle on the way. The right side wing spar with a couple of ribs installed, and one of them full of foam. By the shape of the fuselage being round and the inverted gull spar there, you can probably tell which model this is eventually going to be. You can also tell by the way the rudder is shaped up there, and perhaps even by the back here. We have one very ragged looking 76 Volkswagen Transporter engine. Really needs to be taken apart and a nice overhaul stuck onto it for power. I'll have a separate video series on that eventually in the future. And although this is a box from a Great Plains model Corsair, which I built years and years and years and years ago, this is approximately what it will look like when it is finished. A 50% scale Corsair. You can probably look on YouTube videos, and there's probably quite a few on there, or several on there anyway, that you can see of it flying.